I used to be a pretty chubby kid in middle school, and I'm not going to go into 100% detail, but I definitely remember getting picked on for that. And I remember that continued till about the end of 6th grade. And during that time, I started actually going for runs. And then in 8th grade, quarantine hit, and I gained a lot of the weight back. It was kind of a big hit to my confidence. And then middle of freshman year, I started lifting weights at home. And I started to realize that even though I didn't really know as much as I thought I knew about lifting weights, and I wasn't making that many physical improvements to myself, I started to realize that a lot of things about me mentally changed for the better. And then one of the best decisions of my life is I started going to the gym. And I'm just really happy I did that because in a lot of ways, the gym has changed me more mentally than it even has physically. And what I didn't expect is that the gym would completely turn my life around and would ingrain skills and qualities in me that significantly improved everything I do. The first way that the gym helped me was it improved my discipline. Throughout life, everybody tells you to go easy on yourself, take breaks, rest, whatever. And there's no problem with taking breaks. In fact, it's actually extremely productive to take breaks and just chill out for a second. But one of the most powerful skills you can have in life ever is to be able to do what you need to do regardless of how you feel like. And the gym teaches you that skill. When it hits you that nobody can work out for you, and that the only way to accomplish your goals is to go to the gym and do it yourself, that's where your brain starts to change. The thing is, life isn't going to wait for you to feel like it. One of my favorite people on YouTube, Brandon Carter, explains that at every time of the day, you're building a skill in your brain. Almost like these muscles, you could say, in your brain, just in the way that you would when you're working out. So when you're getting up early, going to the gym, you're building the skill of discipline. And of course, this discipline muscle is extremely important in the rest of your life. For example, if you have that big test to study for and you really don't feel like it, how are you going to study for that test without discipline? And the gym is one of the best things to build that discipline because it's really hard, especially starting out. It's hard to get up and go to the gym, but that's the point. Once you do that hard thing, you build that discipline. And then eventually you're just going to be able to do whatever you need to do, even when you don't feel like it, which is the most important skill in life. So yeah, you can't expect yourself to be motivated every day, feel on top of the world. You can't expect things to go your way all the time. And discipline helps you do what you need to do and accomplish your goals anyway. Another life skill that the gym taught me was accountability. Working out teaches you to be honest with yourself. Because you could tell anybody who'll listen that you've been waking up at 4:30 a.m., going to the gym for an hour and a half, working your ass off, lifting heavy weights, making improvements. But none of that is real if you haven't actually been doing any of it. There's no benefit to lying to yourself about the gym because all you're doing is cheating yourself away from achieving your goals. You're not going to get a six-pack by telling people that you've been in the gym. You're going to get a six-pack by going to the gym. It's as simple as that. And if you have that accountability and honesty with yourself, you're going to be able to tell a lot better when you're slacking off versus when you're just taking a day off. If you're genuinely every part of your body is sore, even then, there's probably some stuff you could do. Do recovery. Do some stretching. But if you don't have that accountability, if you have that kind of, oh, I'm going to start on Monday kind of mindset, then that life skill of lying to yourself is going to develop instead of the skill of being honest with yourself, which is also an important skill in life. That accountability also teaches you to take full responsibility for every circumstance you find yourself in. And right now, depending on your mindset right now, that might seem pretty harsh. What do you mean? Taking 100% responsibility for every circumstance in life? But most of it isn't even my fault. I didn't say that it was your fault. I didn't say blame yourself for every circumstance you find yourself in. But once something happens to you, it is 100% your responsibility to deal with it and respond. It might not seem fair, and to be honest, it might not be. But the thing is, you have to take 100% responsibility either way. Because what's the point of just blaming other people, pointing fingers? But it's 100% your responsibility to look at the chessboard and pick the best move. The next thing that the gym taught me, of course, was my confidence and self-respect. I don't need to explain to you how the gym makes you more confident in your appearance. Of course, you look better, you feel better. You look better in your clothes. You look better without your clothes. All of this is amazing. But it also improves confidence in your work ethic, your mind, your discipline, accountability, those other skills. And also it assures you that you're going to be more successful in life. Because you know for a fact you're doing what other people aren't willing to do. You're working harder than other people are willing to work. And that's important because how are you going to believe in yourself and you have these goals, these aspirations that are above the average goals and aspirations? How are you going to achieve those if you're not working harder than the average people? You can't get to an above average place if you don't put in above average work. And for self-respect, the gym makes you respect yourself because psychologically, if you're going through hell in the gym, you're repeatedly going through pain, tearing apart those muscle fibers. You're psychologically making that connection. Your brain sees like, oh, this matters. This cause, which is taking care of yourself, improving yourself, your brain starts to value you a lot more. Starts to see, oh, this is valuable. This is important. This cause is important because I'm going through pain for this. And psychologically, subconsciously, your brain starts to value yourself more. And you're gonna self-sabotage less. You're gonna think you deserve more. And we all know how that can affect your success in life. If you think you deserve more, you're going to get more. Not because you deserve it or you want it bad enough, but because those thoughts of deserving something will make you work harder to achieve that. So yeah, confidence and self-respect. And to add on to all 3 points that I mentioned before that, it's really important because it's hard. Going to the gym is really difficult, starting out especially. In today's world, we try to make everything as easy as possible. And going to the gym might be the first thing you've done in 5, 10 years. That's difficult, actually challenging. It's easy to get into that endless cycle of just doing everything in your power to be comfortable and safe. But when you start to do that really difficult stuff, it really pushes you to reaching your true potential. My last point that I'm going to go over before I say some bonus benefits is goal setting and the sense of accomplishment. When you hit a personal record or you feel better than you ever have, it really gives you a huge sense of accomplishment and also satisfaction with yourself, which can be kind of rare for a lot of people. In order to improve at the gym, you need to set goals for yourself. Maybe you want to bench 225. Like for me, that's one of my goals. Maybe you want to bench more than that or less than that. Maybe you want to deadlift whatever. Lift a certain weight. Maybe you want a 6-pack. Maybe you want to put on 10 pounds of muscle or lose 10 pounds of fat. Either way, it's a goal. And everybody's probably heard of the benefits of goal setting in other aspects of life. Because goal setting puts your mind on that target and subconsciously makes you do everything in your power to get that thing. And with that discipline, accountability, confidence, and self-respect, you're more likely to successfully achieve that goal. If you want to start a business, get that 4.0 GPA, run a marathon, or anything, setting goals is important. All right, I'm finishing making this video. I just got back from school. I got my pink Rise and Shine coffee cup, so you know it's about to get serious. So right now I have some bonus benefits of the gym. So the first bonus benefit is going to be endorphins. So you've probably heard of endorphins like, oh, I got endorphins from running or working out or whatever. It's sort of like kind of used in the same way that people talk about dopamine. So endorphins, they're one of the many benefits of exercising for your brain. So basically, if you've ever heard about anybody getting what's called runner's high, then they're talking about getting endorphins. And so basically what endorphins actually are hormones your body releases when you feel stress. And the same hormones can be released in kind of like smaller amounts when you're doing pleasurable things like eating foods you like or whatever, things like that. So endorphins are chemicals released in your body during stress, and most specifically while you're experiencing pain while you're exercising. So these chemicals, endorphins, relieve pain and stress, and they'll put you in a really good mood, and you can reach them once you hit like a certain just point of exercise that you're getting to. An interesting thing to think about is like, why are these endorphins in our system? And when you go back to like our caveman ancestors, nomads, our strong suit when it comes to hunting before guns and all this technology was we would try to hunt an animal and it would run from us, but we would chase after it and kind of not outrun them in terms of speed, but they would get tired quicker than us. So I think it's interesting that we get these endorphins because that means that chemical is encouraging us to chase after these animals and also relieve some of the pain and stress that we would be dealing with while we're hunting. So just some interesting stuff to think about. And another bonus benefit is friendships and camaraderie. This is a really important one because if any of you haven't gone to the gym with a gym partner or a friend, I definitely recommend doing that. It's not for anyone. Like for me, I prefer to work out alone most of the time, and in the morning too. And most people work out like after school, just because I can focus a lot better. But I still definitely recommend it because when you're both working hard at something like that, it really strengthens your bond and your friendship, and I just think it's a good thing to do. It's also really good that you guys have a competitive circle that really pushes you, and you all are competitive with each other and push each other so that you guys can reach your goals. Overall, a huge bonus of the gym is that lifting weights is really good for you, but it's also actually really fun to do. So once you get into the groove, you get over some hiccups, your form gets better, you start actually like feeling stuff where you're supposed to hit it. You're feeling the exercises in the right muscle groups, like it actually starts getting to be some real fun. So to wrap this all up, if you stay consistent with the gym, it will positively change your life, without a doubt. If you're looking for a way to get into this kind of self-improvement thing and just increase your quality of life, just improve your life in any particular way, I always recommend you start with the gym. It's just a way to push your limits, and overall, it can turn you from an average person or even a below average person into an above average person in a couple months. So I recommend that everybody start doing it. And I mean, I'm not huge yet by any means, but I mean, I've definitely made a lot of improvements to myself. I've gotten a lot stronger, and also all of these benefits have happened for me so far. So it's something that I've had good experiences with, so I recommend that everybody try going to the gym. So yeah, go to the gym.